Hello and welcome back to my video. Today I'm going to be talking about all the progress that has been made in the greenhouse. I'm really excited to share all the changes that have been made and that we're so close to being finished with it. Right now I'm just taking out some compost that was inside and stirring it up and showing you all the wonderful worm activity that's going on inside there. So I just brought out some compost that I keep on the kitchen counter until the bin gets full. In the summer I empty it a lot more because there's little fruit flies that come around. But I was showing you some footage about how much worm activity is going on inside the bin. I haven't been stirring it as much as I should this winter, but with the greenhouse so close to my compost bin, I'm gonna just keep my little pitchfork in there so that way I can make sure I'm stirring it to make all the different materials break down easier so the worms can get to them. But it's really encouraging to see all the worms I have in there. And this is a compost bin that I got for free on Facebook. I really like it. It's easy just to dump and go. When we have papers to shred, we put them in here just to add extra brown because sometimes always seems like there's too much green in it that is a little too wet. So adding extra brown is really helpful and getting a good balance. Yesterday was really exciting. My dad came over for dinner, and before we ate, he helped me get the rest of the windows I needed to get into the greenhouse. So the only other thing I need to do is get a door built, and there's a few gaps where the windows weren't big enough, but we just used them anyway for the framing since we already had them. And we'll put up pieces of wood there, and if I don't get to that, I'm just going to put some of the greenhouse plastic that I got, which came in the mail yesterday, and my husband said he's going to build me a door for the greenhouse, which is going to be super exciting. Within the next few days, I'm going to be planting out the brassicas I have started. I took out all the labels, but I know what most of them are. This is a broccoli, and I'm really excited to get those in the garden. I'm planning on making a cold frame, or at least I have some floating row cover fabric that I want to make a little A-frame and put over the brassicas to try to calm down and tame the bugs that might try to go after them, because I have lots of cabbages I'm starting as well. I also brought out my pepper seeds to get some sun, my tomato seeds, and the basil I started. They're growing so beautifully. I'm really excited to have this greenhouse, the opportunity to get things out here when it's a little cooler, just because it's going to keep it warm, but I can still take it inside when it gets too cold at night. So I'm going to get you a little closer to show you my seedlings because I'm really excited and proud of them. I have little tags of which ones I started. The peppers are growing nice and big. So let's take a look at this greenhouse. It's so beautiful. So we got the windows in. When we were building the greenhouse, we only had one mishap with one of the windows breaking, and that was my husband accidentally stepping on it. But my dad had brought over a plexiglass for us to put into it. But I think for now I'm just going to use greenhouse plastic for it. I really think the black and the white contrast is very beautiful. Eventually I will be repainting the white on the windows and also resealing the panes to make sure since they're so old that they're not going to fall out. I started moving my things in from the shed. Here are just some old potting plants that I keep, or If someone drinks out of a plastic cup, I keep it so we can use it again as for a plant. I got my bootstrap trays in here. Like I said, I moved my little pepper and tomato seedlings in here for now. I will be taking them in tonight because it's still just getting a little too cold at night. Over here are the cabbages and bok choy and broccoli and cauliflower I have started. This is a little bench that I found along the side of the road for free. And I don't know if it's going to live in here or if I'm going to keep it or maybe move it to the front porch. It opens up and has storage on the inside. I think with the size of the greenhouse, it just might be a little too big for what I need in here. For the greenhouse plastic, I got this from Farm Plastic Supply, and I got the one that was reinforced with thread on the inside. I believe this was 8 or 10 millimeters thick, but it feels nice and sturdy. It has a 4-year expectancy for surviving the weather, but I think it might be more, especially since this greenhouse is so much in the corner and not directly exposed to the elements as much as a greenhouse in the middle of a field. It's really exciting that the greenhouse is almost done. I've been looking forward to this. My parents started helping us build it a year ago. My husband and my father were building it last March, actually, on a day that was a lot colder than we thought it was going to be. But they got it all framed, and I believe that day they actually got it. No, they did not get it in place that day because my brother came over and helped a few times as well. This was a work in progress for over a year, and to be almost done and being able to use it this season is really exciting. The only things that still need done on it are the door, a few areas that have some gappage because the windows, they weren't all exactly the same size, so we had to finesse it a little bit. And it's just really exciting to me to be in my greenhouse, being in the suburbs, having a spot that, you know, isn't one of those plastic greenhouses that are really expensive or one of the ones that might blow away. To me, $600 for a little plastic greenhouse is really expensive. Most of this is obviously made with recycled material. The windows that were from an old building, the lumber was called lumber, and my parents actually supplied it for me. This was a running birthday / Christmas gift for me for, you know, the last year, and just having all the help my dad has given me to get it done has been really exciting for me. Getting to just build something and know it's going to be something that brings me such joy. I am excited to come out here in the winter when it's cold, but have an enclosed area that's just going to be bright and warm from the sun. I see, you know, me and my daughters coming out here and having tea parties in the winter if it's warm enough. But it's really exciting to see it pull together and just see it be what I envisioned. Overall, getting this complete, I'd say it took 4 to 5 days in total. Framing took a whole day. Getting it just set and in the ground took a day. Getting the roof on took a day. My aunt came over and we painted it together, and that took a few many hours. And then getting the windows in was another obstacle. But it's just so exciting that it's almost done. Some may not think it's very pretty. You know, people have different aesthetics, but I really like the rustic look to the windows. I like that something old got renewed and reused into something that is going to help grow life, help support life, and just a spot that's going to be a relaxing environment and a place that my children can play whenever, you know, it's not full of plants. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really happy to share the progress that has been made on the greenhouse, and I hope we have many more adventures in it. And if you like this video, please like it, and if you'd like to subscribe to see more content, please do so. Thank you.